Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniX TCG, and for this video we're going to be going over the Green Scouter Vegeta Archetype and break it down, show you its components, and talk about some of the cards that fit in here from previous sets. So if you like the video, and if you love the video, maybe even go on to subscribe. On the Patreon, we have deeper insight into this format as well as how it's shaping up going into Nats, because I know everybody would love to top that, and we're going to go do the extra mile over there. And then if you want to do the extra mile for me, you can also go over in the description to Universe X and subscribe to my Dragon Ball theme channel, where we do pretty much as much content as we can Dragon Ball wise. We do Daima reviews like the one we're going to do tomorrow for episode 4. We do Sparking Zero content, and then we're easing back into Legends and Dokkan and whatnot. So with that being said, let's hop into this overview. Hope you like it. So first card off, we actually have Vegeta. This is the leader. Look at him in all of his smug Season 1 of Dragon Ball glory. Just when attacking, draw a card. When he has 4 or less life, he flips over. Cool. Now we've got the business, the OG pose, and this guy has a very interesting effect. He plays unlike any green leader that has happened before. When attacking, draw 1 card and activate me once per turn. Place 1 of your energy into the owner's drop. If you have 4 or less energy, play up to 1 sand only battle card with a cost of 3 or less from your hand. So that's going to be awesome. And then we are going to just kind of jump in here from there. Now, the focus of this deck is to constantly sit between 5 and 6 energy, so that you can maybe play a card that trashes an energy and then use your leader effect to trash another energy to go down to 4 and cheat at a battle card. So realistically, you're trying to play 2 battle cards per turn, 1 through hardcast, another one from your leader effect, and that should allow you to have a very strong early to mid-range strategy. So that's pretty tight. Now, the card that makes this all possible, we're on right now, which is Artificial Full Moon. This is a 2-cost field card that says end of your turn if you have 4 or less energy and you placed a card from your energy into its owner's drop this turn, add up to 1 card with the cost of 3 or more from your drop to your energy in rest mode. What this is going to allow you to do is be at 5 energy, use your leader effect to go down to 4, and if you have this on the board at the end of your turn, you're automatically going to go back up to 5, pretty much meaning you don't have to charge the next turn. After you have this online and you're at 5 energy going into a turn where you're awakened, you no longer have to charge for the rest of the game until this field card leaves, making it a very, very, very cool, sustainable way of keeping yourself up. You can combo, you can play cards, but when it comes to going back up to 5 energy, this guy got you covered. And you only really need to go up to 6 under certain circumstances that we will touch upon later. Now, since that card is so crucial, obviously just waiting for it to come to your board isn't the best idea, which is why we have this next card, this Vegeta, which is a 3-cost 20k power, 10k combo power. On play, discard 1 card from your hand, look up to 10 cards, look at the top 10 cards from your deck, place up to 1 Artificial Full Moon into the battle area, place the rest at the bottom of the owner's deck in a random order. This is to fish it out. So ideally, your turn to play should be to play Artificial Full Moon. But if you don't have it yet, you can always swing with your leader to draw to see if you get it, and then play this guy so that you can technically look 11 cards deep. Technically, if you're counting the draw for the turn, you're going 12 cards deep, which is more than a fourth of your deck after you've drawn and then set your life and gotten a turn 2. 1 for the draw turn, 2 for the leader swing, and then 10 cards deeper when you activate this card to find your field card. Now, the next thing about this is that you have this card, Raditz. He is a 3-cost, 25k power, 5k combo power card. On play, if you placed a card from your energy into your drop this turn, or into the owner's drop this turn, add up to 1 Raditz or sand only non-Raditz card with the cost of 3 or less from your drop to your hand. So this is gonna be kind of cool. When you cheat this guy out, because generally if you play them before you drop an energy, that's going to be no bueno. But if you play this guy out using your leader effect, which is obviously after you've trashed an energy, you're going to be able to get a card back to your hand, helping you float that combo power, helping you float your future plays. So not only are you not charging, but you also have this dude to help out with your energy economy, or with your card economy, and I like that a lot. Nice little perfect circle right there. Next, we have this Nappa, and this Nappa is a 3-cost 25k power, 5k combo power like the Raditz. On play, if you placed a card from your energy into your owner's drop during this turn, choose up to 1 field card with the cost of 2 or less in your opponent's battle area, placed in the owner's drop. This is nice. This isn't necessarily an auto staple. It still may go in just to have it as an option, and then he's combo power and he's an attacker. But the cool thing you can really do here is get rid of your opponent's your opposing artificial full moons. You can get rid of your Turn of Power Arena. You can get rid of your Satan City High School or Orange Star High School. You can get rid of Lonesome, Fierce Battle, I think that's Bardock's. Yeah, and then you can get rid of Bobbity Spaceship, you can get rid of Frieza Spaceship, and it seems like they're going to keep making field cards 2 or less. They can be dealt with cards like this, and I like that a lot. He can't touch Cell Games Arena, which is unfortunate, but it is really cool how you can get rid of all these little field cards with just something that's built into your deck. Now we got SR Nappa. This card is broken. It's wild. It is honestly wild. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this card, but it's a 3 cost, 30k, and on play, choose one, add 1 card from your life to your energy and rest mode. If you have no Vegeta battle cards, this card can't attack for the turn. For the most part, it's just strong. You know, it's strong. You play it, you take a life, you put that into your energy, so you're ramping while playing a 30k for no reason. And once you're awakened in this deck, you just play him to the field, and the second attack should be good because you can have that 3-drop Vegeta or another Vegeta that we're going to talk about a little later here to make sure that you can attack with this guy the turn you play him. And then you have the other SR, this Son Goku. This one's a little weak. He really is a card that's just good for attacking other battle cards, and that gives your opponent the chance to combo out of it. Now, while he does get up to 50k, because he doesn't do anything with theirs, unless you're swinging on a 25k, which there are cards, there are literal cards you can use to get above this. I think that at this point, Green has the removal at these lower levels to really not care about this. So this card's kind of just no combo value. He's forcing you to do something that your deck can already do. Like, if you're swinging on it with this guy, you could probably use one of the cards we're going to mention later to remove it instead. So overall, not a real big fan of this card. Then you got the promo, and the promo is just a 3 cost 25k as well. He's a blocker, and then on play, if you placed a card from your energy into your owner's drop this turn, draw 1 card, which is very nice. You use Vegeta's effect and you play this card, and this card is going to draw you another card from your deck. And then at the end of the turn, if you have Artificial Full Moon, you're just going to replace the energy that you put in the drop with a card that's already in your drop. So overall, I think this card is much, much better than the SR. So say that which will get them up at your pre-releases. Now, this card, this Vegeta from Starter Deck 3, the Broly starter deck, is inherently an option. It's an option. It's a 3 cost sand, but it's going to come into play, and it's going to have 5k power if you have 6 or more energy, which generally doesn't happen in this deck. But he's a base 20 critical, meaning he can go neutral with your opponent's leader in most cases, unless they're 25k, with critical. So this is something that should be considered when you're making this deck. The other cool thing though is that when you get to max energy, when you're ready to play your grade 8 Vegeta, that is when you generally have 6 energy. So if you have this guy on the field from last term and you charge up to 6, just make sure you attack with this guy 1 time, just 1 time, attack with him, because he'll be 25. Then play your grade 8 Vegeta, then go down to 5 energy. Then you can use your leader effect when you swing and go down to 4, and then cheat your other card in. So this guy is pretty cool, and he occasionally gets his buff. Now, here's another card, because we are going to talk about additional ramp right here. You've got this Raditz from set 3, and he does blow up a human only card, and then you take the top card of your deck out over here. Now, I don't think that this deck really needs additional ramping. I just want to talk about cards that are here, and you can cheat him out using the leader's effect. There's not going to be many times where you want to gain an energy after using your leader's effect, because if you go from 5 to 4, and then from 5 to 4, you pop a human, because, there's the cantrips, there's the Bulmas, there's the Bulma, discard 1, draw 1. If you do these things, you're then going to go back up to 5, and Artificial Full Moon won't work, and that's kind of like defeating the purpose. But there could be some situations in the future with more support where this could do something. And then now, if you use something like Big Bang Attack and you go down even further on energy, so now you're at 3 energy, it could be cool to, or you're at 4 energy, it could be cool to use Swing with your leader, pop your own energy, go down to 3, and then play this Raditz, pop your Bulma, go back up to 4, and then at the end of the turn full, Artificial Full Moon takes you back up to 5. So this can have some uses. I'm just not really feeling it, but I need some more reps with this deck. I'm not going to hold you. It's fun. It's fun though. Then here's another additional ramp card in Vegeta. Again, this is not needed for the deck. You can't cheat him out, but when he does come into play, you can ramp with him if you want to, if you need to get up to another thing for some reason. And on top of ramping with him, he is a Vegeta, so he's going to fulfill the conditions for Nappa to not have to take a life but still attack that turn. Now, we're at the boss card of the deck. This is the Great 8 Vegeta. Really, really cool. 6,000 combo power, or sorry, 6 cost, 40,000 of attack power, 5k combo power, and he's got the double strike. Now, the double strike is pretty nice. On play, place 1 card from your energy into its owner's drop. If your leader has sand and its special traits, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with the cost of 5 or less and KO it. So realistically, you're in the mid-range area for this deck, and this is destroying most mid-range cards, most other double strikers, and he's just a menace with his 40k body. So we're here for it. This is why you charge a 6. You charge a 6 so you can play this guy, go down to 5, pop something, and then swing with your leader, go down to 4, play something, you know, at the end of the turn, artificial, full moon, will have you. But now we are going to talk about our sponsors real quick so you guys know where to buy your TCG product at a discounted price using my code. So we'll be right back after that. Alright y'all, taking a quick moment to shout out the sponsors for this video. First up is Mystic TCG, a store based in Missouri that sells all sorts of TCG product, even more than what you see featured here on this page. They also buy singles, collections, and prize cards, so make sure you actually catch them out in their store in Missouri at an event, or even on their Facebook, just to be able to see the events here, but also ask them what they're up to and what they're looking for in terms of vending. You can also use the code UNIXTCG to get discounts off your pre-orders as well as orders, so make sure you get your TCG product while it's hot. Then you have Eclipse Cards and Hobby based out of Texas, and if that sounds familiar, they did sponsor me with a box of Fusion World Set 1. But as you can see on this page, there is a plethora of TCG products that they are actually having for sale at their establishment. You can also even buy things that aren't just TCG products. As you can see on the screen right here, they hold their own locals, they hold their own events, and they are going out to more and more events. You can actually check their Facebook to see their schedule, as well as call and ask about their vending list. And at the checkout for their website, you can use the code UNI10X to actually get percentages off your pre-orders or your orders. So go check it out as well. And we're always up to all sorts of things in Universe X, so you can go down the description and check the link tree to find out about my other channels, my Twitch, or any other avenues that I'm creating content on. So with that being said, let's get back to the video. Yeah, those are my sponsors, and I hope you guys check out their sites. I hope you guys use my code word to get the best discounts on their online orders. And if you're in Texas or Missouri, go visit them. Mystic TCG has a brand new location, so make sure you go on their Facebook or their website and find it out. And now let's get back to these cards. So yeah, moving on into the next one, we have got the Awakening, because Nappa does awaken you, but this is a deck that needs to be on its backside in order to do the most work, and that's going to be a leader that your opponent tries to stall you off being on your backside with as much as possible. So first we got the Sun Gohan Youth, released just in this set. Permanent if you have field with full moon in its name, this card gains plus 5k power, making it a 20k for 2, which is nice. Adds up to 1 card from your hand, or from your life to your hand, 10k combo power. I like the permanent that gives it plus 5k. A lot of people are like, well, why isn't it going to be just 20k off the rip? If it was 20k off the rip, they would have made it 5k combo power. So having a field card that you were going to put on there anyway, and then making this card a 20k, I'm here with it. And it's on both turns, so 20k is nice. Now here's another one that has no synergy with the deck, but it is still a 10k 2-cost Self-Awakener, and that's this Paragus. So you can only look down on it so much when it still fulfills the same role, and you know, just as a 10k in hand. Then you have the cantrips, and the cantrips are definitely going to be a very, very nice touch. It's sand, and that's going to be important because the next card, Sun Gohan Childhood, is just going to be a card where you can play it, look at the top 3 cards from your deck, reveal up to 1 card that costs 5 or less, and sand in its special traits added to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. This card picks up pretty much any card but your Great 8 Double Striker and your Super Combos. So with that being said, you got quite a lot that this card picks up, and so it should never really miss in this deck, and that's a beautiful thing. A searcher that never misses is a searcher that always floats, always goes and replaces itself, and you just have to worry about what you see, not if you're going to see anything, which is wonderful. Now we're on to removal, and we got to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Warm Greeting. Again, I'll say it again. This card is snapped. This card is very snapped. Activate main, draw 1 card, then choose up to 1 card with the cost of 4 less in your opponent's battle area and add it to your owner's hand in energy rest mode. Energy and rest mode, yeah, this is going to get rid of all the things that green did not want to see in the first 4 turns of the game. It also doesn't say battle card, so you can get rid of field cards like this. This card could pack up Cell Games Arena by itself. This card is good. Like, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This card is really good, so just know that when you're playing. And then another card you have is Big Bang Attack. And Big Bang Attack is interesting because it costs 2. It could cost 1. This is another reason why you may want to charge up to 6, because Warm Greeting doesn't hit anything over 4. But if you have a 5 cost to get rid of, you can always charge to 6 for the turn, which again, you haven't been charging if you got Full Moon on lock. So you literally go play Big Bang Attack, and after playing Big Bang Attack, going down from 6 to 5, you can attack with your leader and go down from that. And the cool thing here is if you're at 6, right, you have some even cooler plays, because a lot of these cards, the Nappa, the Raditz, they specifically say if you're in the Goku, they specifically say for 3 if you have already ditched a card from your energy to your drop, right? Well, if you charge to 6, play Big Bang Attack, and then you just blow up something 5 costs or less, you could then do something like play Raditz, and since you've already put an energy from your energy to your drop, you're going to be able to recur a card that costs 3 or less, put it in your hand. Then you attack with your leader, kill an energy, go down to 4 energy, and then you can play out a Goku from hand and draw 1. So by using a card like Big Bang Energy at 6 energy, you're going to fulfill the conditions. It's going to go down to 1. You can sack the energy you tap to use it, and then you're going to be able to fulfill Raditz, Goku, or Nappa's costs before you use your leader effect, essentially getting double procs that turn off of these cool payoffs. So I think this card very much so has a place. You just got to be up at your maximum threshold of 6 energy, and I love that. Then you've got this last card. You got the Invasion of the Sands. Like I said, this has no synergy. You're tapping 5, which is your entire payload pretty much, to play up to 2 2 sand only battle cards cost 3 or less from energy. Now the thing is, if you were at 6, this is the only thing here though. If you were at 6, you can play Invasion of the Sands, play out a Raditz and a Nappa, play out a Raditz and a Goku, play out a Raditz and a whatever. You can play out, if you ever have Vegeta on the board, you can play out a Nappa and a Nappa. It doesn't matter. Whatever's in your energy. Play out those, and then you are down to 4, which allows you to attack with your leader to go down to 3, to then put out a body, and then your new your Full Moon will then recuperate one of your guys. So a run of your energy, so you'll go back up to 4. So you'll end the turn at 4. You can charge up to 5 the next turn. So I think that's actually pretty decent. It is unfortunate that you won't be getting the proc effects of that, because you generally, to tap for 5, you'd have to use this before you use your leader effect, and that is the downside. I'm not really feeling this card, but I can see how it's used. I see how they intended it to be used. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this card. And there you have it. That is the archetype overview for Green Scouter Vegeta. Let me know how you guys have been having fun testing it. I do enjoy this deck a lot. I think it's got legs. I just think its in-game leaves something to be desired, and that's to be expected with a deck that's doing something that Green has not done in 3 sets out of 4. You're going to need a little bit more time. Green has had the same support, same themes for 3 sets. This is the first set with support for a lower to the ground energy cost Vegeta. And for what it's worth, I'm very glad they did the archetype like this, because I did not want a archetype that had a good earlier mid game and then allowed you to just play into Green's Giga Omega overwarped late game. So this is the way to do it if you're gonna do it. Now, with that out of the way, I want you guys to stay tuned, because later we should have the yellow overview and the Boo breakdown before the following Friday, where we're gonna do some more stuff. We're gonna blacken a surprise video, and we're gonna have it just be generally fun. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope you guys are enjoying looking at set 4. I think they've added in some gems, and if not, if not leaders, entire decks as gyms yet. I think they're adding in gyms in terms of cards that we can use for, you know, decks we already have. So with that out of the way, yeah, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much that. I think there's nothing more to say without that out of the way. So yeah, see you guys later, and stay tuned.